Hey everybody, this is Jason Brister, welding instructor for Pascagoula CCTI. Today we want to talk to you about hooking up an Oxyfuel cutting and burning torch rig. Very first thing we want to make sure that we understand about anytime we're using hot water or using anything that produces heat or sparks, we make sure we got the proper tire on for safety. As you notice, I've got a long sleeve fire resistant shirt. I've got long cotton pants. I've got a pair of leather boots on. I've got a welding cap, safety glasses, and a pair of leather gloves. And this is the minimum you want to have to be working around these torches. Of course, anytime you're actually doing any cutting or Oxyfuel welding, you want to make sure you either got a face shield or some sort of dark goggles as well, but this is just to do the hookup condition. Very first thing we want to do when we're hooking up one of these torch rigs is take the oxygen bottle cap off, set it to the side. We want to purge our bottles as we're doing this now. Purging means we want to open up the valve and blow any dust or debris out of it to make sure that we don't have any trash inside that's going to get in our regulator when we go to hook it up. So purge the valve of the bottle out. Now I'm going to hook up my oxygen regulator. So come over here, hook our regulator up. It's got right-handed threads that are made of brass. We'll be careful with these threads. Brass is relatively soft, so we'll be careful with it. Completely tighten it down by hand, and then all we're going to do with the wrench is just simply snug it to make sure that the fitting doesn't leak. So I use my trusty wrench, tighten it down. Next we want to make sure that we take our oxygen pressure valve. We're going to open it all the way up to what people say it floats. That way we've got it. Alright, next, take the cap off of our acetylene side or our fuel gas side. Take our cap to a safe location. Do the same thing as we did with the oxygen. We'll come over here and purge it out, make sure there's no dust or debris. One thing I failed to mention with the other regulator is we want to make sure that we don't have any sort of grease or oil on our fittings. We don't want to use Teflon tape. We don't want to use never seize anything or oil or grease to make these threads a little smoother if they feel like they're a little bit of a bind. We just want to make sure we don't do that because of the chance of having an explosion or a fire. Alright, our fuel gas side has left-handed threads now, so we're going to turn this fitting to the left, tighten it all the way down by hand. Alright, got it down now. We're going to put a little bit of tension on it with a trusty wrench. Alright, we'll open up our pressure valve for our fuel side all the way up, let it float like we did the oxygen. Now we've got that. Alright, at this point in time we're going to talk about flash arresters or check valves. Now we can have them in several different places. First place is we can have them up here between the regulator and the hose on both of them. We can also have them at our torch. Some torches have them built in like this one does. Some of them do not. You have to actually have a separate piece that bolts on or threads on, just like our rest of our fittings will. But this flash arrestor is really important, just in case you end up having some sort of a flash up inside the torch head. It doesn't travel down the line and get to your bottles and cause a major catastrophe. So always want to make sure you've got these on. Well, my torch has them built into the torch handle, so I don't really need to have another set of them. I could, but it's not necessary. So we'll set my torch off to the side. Next thing we're going to do is hook up our lines, our fuel gas hoses to our torch set. bottle set. So come over here. Remember, our oxygen has right-handed threads and our fuel gas has left-handed threads. One way you can tell that is by looking at the thread itself, or the fitting itself. If it is a fuel gas fitting, it's going to have a little notch on the actual nut. Let me find that. You see that there? Here's your oxygen side. It doesn't have a notch. Your fuel gas side actually has little notches cut into the fitting. You see that? All right. So that's what we want to make sure we're looking for. That's going to help you. Plus, your fuel is usually red and your oxygen is usually green. Easy way to tell if you're hooking up the right side in the right place. So I always forget to tighten fittings up, so I always tighten them as I go. Good thing to do, and then go back double check as well. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten up my fitting back to my regulators. Set that to the side, get my torch. The torch is going to have the same thing. It's got a fuel side and an oxygen side. So tightening down, don't have to crank on them like a gorilla. All you're trying to do is just get a little tension on them so they don't leak. All right, now, next step, got everything hooked up. Now, we're going to come over here. We're going to turn our oxygen bottle on. We're going to stand off behind the stem of the valve just in case we have some sort of a mishap. It does happen. Some sort of fire explosion, something crazy happens, and we're going to open this valve all the way up and we're going to backseat it, okay? That means you're going to take it, you're going to tighten it all the way back to the back and make sure that that valve pack is tight against the valve seat, okay? Over here do the same thing with our acetylene or fuel gas, but this time all we're going to do is open it up a quarter of a turn, just enough to get gas flowing through. We have a fire, the easiest thing to do is to turn the fuel on, and if you've only got a quarter turn, all you have to do is do that and your fire's gone. So for a quarter turn, next thing we're going to do is open up our oxygen valve on our torch. We're going to start turning our adjustment valve for our pressure to the right. Start bringing the pressure up. You look at one of your pressure side gauge, and you'll bring it up. Now we want to go up to about somewhere between 38 and 42. Generally, it's not always this, the case. It all depends on what you're cutting, and it depends on the size of your torch tip. But generally speaking, from what my class does, between 38 and 42 on your oxygen is perfect. All right, now we're going to do the same thing to our acetylene. Acetylene is a little bit tricky because there's a safety factor involved. You cannot go above 15 psi on your acetylene, your fuel gas. Any other fuel gas doesn't have this issue, but acetylene has acetone in the bottle, and if you're not careful, you let the pressure go above 15, you can actually suck or blow your acetone from the bottle into your regulator and go the regulator up. You could have a fire explosion. So generally for my classes and for what we usually do, somewhere about the 8 psi mark. So we're going to bring our valve up to 8 psi. Okay. We got it purged out now. Now. We got it set. Turn our valve off to make sure we're not still pumping acetylene out. Final step to this, to make sure that we're safe, is we've got to check the bottle and the connections to make sure we don't have leaks. That can be a really bad thing if we have a leaking oxygen or acetylene bottle. So we're going to take this solution of soapy water. You want to make sure that it doesn't have any type of oil or grease in it. Some of these fancy soaps may have some sort of an oil in them. We'll make sure you're not using anything like that. They also make a, what they call a leak checker or some sort of a leak doctor solution that you can put in these bottles, but good old soapy water, as long as it didn't have oil in it, it's fine. Now we're going to spray our connections down. And what we're doing is we're actually watching for bubbles. If we have bubbles start forming on our connections, then that means that we have a leak. We don't do that. Check all our connections, everything we've hooked up, even things we haven't hooked up, we'll check them out and make sure that we don't have any leaks happening. And to be honest with you, I believe we're pretty good. All right. So now, we're actually set up and ready to do some oxyfuel cutting. With the torch. Alright? So what we would do at the end of the shift or end of the time when we're using the equipment, we want to make sure we tear it back down. This isn't something we're going to go completely through now, but the tear down on our oxyfuel cutting torch is absolutely opposite of how we hooked it up. So when we went to take it apart, the first thing we would do is we're going to turn the bottles off. Actually turn the acetylene off first, and then our oxygen. We're going to open up our torch to bleed off any extra acetylene and oxygen. Next, we're going to back our pressure valves out on our regulators. Make sure everything's zeroed out on our gauges. Disconnect our regulators. Disconnect all of our hoses from our torch and our valves and our regulator. We can go ahead and start putting the caps back on. On your bottles, disconnect your torch, roll your hoses back up, and you can move your torch or get it set out of the way for the end of the shift. It's really that simple, guys. It's not a real hard thing to do. You just got to make sure that you're safe and that you follow the procedures. Make sure you follow all the steps and to be safe. Wear all your safety equipment, and you can hook up on this oxyfuel cutting and burning rig yourself.